It's the fucking Kiwi Farms lawyer person. Ah, okay. So we're no longer pretending now, are we? We're no longer pretending that, you know, you guys are very closely associated with Kiwi Farms anymore. If you're like talking with a potentially criminal here, okay,
If I was
very
Destiny, I'd be
cool.
terrified because that would be very politically motivated,
Oh,
and I could see it happening.
Just FYI, this is like 70-year-old chudlogic, okay? This is the average person on Kiwi Farms.
if you really wanted to be fucked up,
This is a
okay, if you
federal
really
crime. It's a
were
federal crime.
super fucked up, okay, you could try to go through the the family of that firefighter who got shot, show them the clips of Destiny laughing about that guy getting shot, saying he doesn't care about that guy getting shot, say, hey, don't you guys have a line to Trump? Isn't this really fucked up? Did you know this guy got caught with like the CP on his computer?
That would be an interesting way of doing it. But like I said, I mean, people like this get noticed, and there's, Trump's got staffers and Pam Bunny's got staffers, and if they can see an easy slam dunk, look, we can go.
Why does Sockdown Left get banned? On the Kiwi Farms thread, he commented under Blav's post, targeting out a random girl in a photo that Blav then is fixating on and said, oh yeah, I've doxed this person before. And now everybody in the thread is like going after her, I guess. So, like, at least for the time being or for a short moment. And, you know, I just can't abide by that, okay? It just doesn't seem very cool to me, all right, to do that, okay? I don't want that kind of person in my community, okay?
Do what they're decapitating,
like
what
that.
they think the online left is, and scoring some points at the same time. I could definitely see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're constantly. If I've learned anything
Did Destiny kill Russell chat? I don't fucking know.
about Trump, it's that you can always engage in a little culture war, right? Like it's always a good time, especially with the Epstein things. It just could be a way for them to regain some positive PR on that topic, right? Persecuting or
I think
prosecuting
so.
actual child sex criminals.
Oh, I think so, and I'm very disappointed with how they handled it. But yeah, this.
Are we ever gonna catch Solo? Is this ever gonna happen now? Yeah. Also, by the way, going after Solo is a good example of of going after Solo is a good example of justified doxing. Very good example, sure. Like, this person is beyond the pale. Yeah. I totally understand why people want to dox him, yeah.
Is something there where it's like, this is one that nobody's going to be able to say, oh, poor, people are crying about John Bolt. Nobody's going to be crying for Destiny.
Solo is a DDoS kid?
No,
No. What?
and
No.
that's the other thing is I think you talked about how this is going to hurt him in Pixie's civil case, right? That
Dude, Solo is British. The DDoS kid is not British.
like he might actually fail to produce documents for discovery now.
Solo is Queeman. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Destiny killed Russell Chat? Yeah, but I understand why he did that, if he did. Okay, seems like he did, okay? Seems like he did, alright, but I totally understand why.
All right.
He has, well, yeah, because he can't give them over. And Pixie could say, Your Honor, he's not giving us everything. We know he has other stuff. And then Destiny's gonna have to say, You're right, I can't.
By the way, I believe the context of the CP is specifically revolving around it revolves around I think the Solo was recording it when they were both on Skype, so they were like e-dating or some shit. I believe that is what's going on, okay? Again, I just want to say while we talk about this sensitive subject, okay? Please, please, please do not post any personal info, any doxed info in the live chat. Thank you, okay? Unless I feel like it's justified, okay? But yeah. All right. Based off of my vibes, okay?
Because he can't say, Nuh-uh, Judge,
Don't
look,
do it.
Because normally you
will
have to have
get
a privilege,
banned.
or
You
you have
will
to
be
say it's
gone.
outside the scope of discovery, and saying it has nothing to do with Pixie. You're like, okay, well, what's it all about? That
Destiny is finally thinking about OPSEC.
that's
Yeah,
the problem for
exactly.
Destiny, because if they have to admit to what it is, that's the problem.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't want to. You definitely. I call me crazy. I feel like there's no way you want to go to trial with those kinds of allegations hanging over you, right? Like, I don't know. That seems rough, right?
Well, going to trial, yes, but just getting into discovery, because at some point this is going to have to come out, and Des is
Isn't the person going after Ethan? Yeah, this is the Kiwi Farms lawyer, from what I've been told, or whatever. Frankly, okay, anyone from Kiwi Farms who posts on Kiwi Farms, chances are you're probably a loser, okay? But, you know,
worried about his
what
case of
can I
Pixie, and
say?
it's like, dude, you have to avoid the criminal liability now. That's your primary goal.
Man, and yeah, like I don't know how he could possibly go. Even if he believed there's a 99% chance she's overage, isn't the 1% chance of like having felonies that like carry up to 5 or 15 years in prison? I feel like that 1% chance you got to avoid that, right? I I don't know how
Well,
this calculus was
if it
done
was
in his head.
99 to 1, I think that's a little different, but we know it's not 99 to 1.
Well, no,
Like
it's
this,
sorry. I'm saying when he's told by Solo in November that like she's a minor, I think even if he was like, I'm positive you're lying, I think there's got to be like a 1 to 5% chance you think he could be telling the truth.
FYI, not even Jstlk believed Solo at the time. All right. Just FYI, while Jstlk is here saying even if there's a 5 to 10% chance that Solo might be telling the truth, just keep in mind that not even Jstlk says so. It's kind of funny that he's the one to say this right now, okay? But, you know, very cool. Because if you personally believe that there was a 5 to 10% chance that Rose was underage, okay, why didn't you do anything about it, even if you're Canadian, right?
And based on that, you probably got to go turn that over to the cops at that point.
Nothing's
That
preventing
seems
you. I'm just
I
saying.
kind of open and shut to me, right?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. And then the funny part is under federal law, if you immediately notify the police and you turn it over, you actually have some affirmative defenses. But one of those affirmative defenses go out the window when you distribute it or hold on to it for an excessive amount of time. So
Wow.
he's got a lot of problems.
Yeah, and
Like when he had that
that's
strikes.
the big thing, man.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, just real quick. That's like the big thing to me is
Hmm.
he's got that 2 month period where the stuff.
I'm 100% sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't support pedo hunting, but it seems like if you're going after people because you, I don't know, like let's just say you're just trying to report them somehow. I don't fucking know, dude, honestly. Um, yeah. Wait, hold on. No. Yeah, wait, hold on.
Leaks, right? And Solo tells him, okay, in November, tells him, hey, just so you know, she's underage. And he's got a 2 month period before he's served a notice to retain evidence or what is it? Like to preserve evidence before he gets that notice. He's got 2 months, yeah, before the notice to preserve documents. And he held it that entire time. That seems to blow out of the water any affirmative defense with regards to like, oh, I didn't know, in my opinion.
Oh, I think so. I think so. And yeah, if you got told, hey, this person's underage, yes, immediately your first thought should be deleted, get rid of it. Like the moment you know that it's an issue.
Remember, okay, if you doubt anything, if you have questions about anything, always double check, okay?
Well, hold
That's what
on.
I'm doing right now.
Do you delete it or do you? I feel like so maybe you know more about this. I feel like you have to go to the authorities at that point, right? To transfer it to
think
them.
Well, you go to the authorities and you say, look, this immediately happened. It came to me. These people sent it to me. Here's my Discord logs. Here's all the information they gave. Like through his attorneys, you go do all this. But here's my Discord logs. Here's everything I did. And I deleted it off my hard
Yes, they should bring a YouTube lawyer. Yeah, bring Kafka. Sure, why not?
drive. So you could say, look, here's all the information.
Oh yeah, and Kafka is actually a criminal defense lawyer for pedophiles. So this is literally a specialty. But you know, I don't listen. Kafka is still like a working lawyer, so you know, I believe that he doesn't want any of this mess. Yeah, since he's still like out there.
You can get your subpoenas from Discord. But to have it kicking around at all is not a good idea. It needs to be, you got to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think that's got to be your number one priority is how do I get rid of it and how do I do that without, totally destroying evidence? So whether that's talking to a lawyer, calling, I believe Discord's also a thing you could do. So because he received it on Discord, he should be able to go to Discord and say, hey, I'm reporting this to you. Like this is child pornography. I'm deleting it. You have to retain it, right?
Yeah,
I'm getting off of my shit. You can retain it.
He didn't tell anybody. If he thought there was any, and the problem for Destiny is though, he plays so fast and loose with this. Like he's talking about the age play and all that other stuff. It's like nobody's gonna believe him.
I'm gonna come and abduct you. I think he's at some point he talks about going to Chicago or somewhere.
Getting rid of it can also be used against you. Yeah, so we looked this up on stream, okay? When you delete things from your hard drive, it doesn't stay deleted. Do you know what happens? It goes to a space called unallocated memory, okay? Or allocated, unallocated memory. It's like computer science shit, okay? And apparently, when they try to search people's hard drives for child pornography, they use a software that all the other, like, FBI agents use, okay? In order to find the child pornography that you just deleted, okay? All right? Because if they find anything, it'll show that you knew that you were guilty, you knew that it was wrong, and you tried to remove the evidence, okay? So that is even worse, okay? So yeah, just FYI, all right? If you do temper,
somewhere in like not Chicago. I think he's flying to Chicago, but somewhere in like in the Midwest, we'll say. Okay, it's not Chicago actually, but somewhere in the Midwest. He talks about flying there, and he says, "If I have."
By the way, search it up on Google. Okay, just search up a law firm that defends this kind of stuff. I haven't even seen one law firm. I haven't seen so far. I haven't seen any results that say yeah you should delete it. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry.
A layover, if my flight gets canceled, I'm coming to abduct you.
Not even one said to delete it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, and that's bad. And the one thing you kind of mentioned with the group chat, if he had taken out all the parts that were sexual in nature, so he's just like having them try to like, I think like he was trying to just like basically look this up and figure out where she is and who she is. That might be okay as long as it's not.
If you were to delete, you'd use a specific program to zero the sector? Yeah, sure. Go into, I don't know, go into some shell thing and say like, oh, I would like to delete this stack or whatever. I think, maybe? Like, I'm assuming that's the case, okay? But yeah. Anyway.
Portraying anything?
Something like that.
So kind of like what he sent to Willie Mack, where it's like just the top part of a picture. If there's nothing in the picture that's sexual, you're like, okay, that's... Yeah, technically it's not breaking the law.
Well, I mean, again, here's, you ready? It's called bleaching a hard drive, sure. But keep in mind that if you bleach a hard drive, what is also happening is that now you have Google searches of, I don't know, software that, this is what I'm assuming, okay? This is what I'm assuming, is that you have a search history of how to bleach your hard drive. And you also have maybe deleted files where the files are used, are programs used to bleach a hard drive or something like that. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like it's just, there's multiple, I don't know, it just kinds of, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not, listen, guess what? I'm not an expert when it comes to deleting CP. I know, very, very shocking, okay? But, you know.
But still, you don't need anything affiliated with CP on your computer or in a message with anybody you have. So,
and yeah, I think. Go.
No, it's just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea.
Yeah, and I think
at that point, it looks like, well, how do we know you didn't have any more?
Well, and I think there is. I think there's indications that he got quite a bit from.
I think so. Yes, I think that is likely also the case. So it's like, again, if it's fucking transmitted, like, fuck, there's just no escape, you know? Yeah.
This girl, right? Like, I think in some of the Florida statutes it says,
what, bleach your Discord? Yeah, good luck with that.
To transmit or
just FYI, Discord keeps all of your fucking logs, even if you delete them. Okay, just FYI. All right.
Tend to.
Good luck.
It's like show off or something. I can't remember what the verb is exactly.
Yeah.
Right, but I think it says. Holding 5 or more images, and then there's another part of the statute that says 10 or more images. And you said something like, I think when I watched your Casino appearance, I think you said something like,
when you delete your Discord logs, you're deleting it for other people, okay? That's what you're doing. Every streamer just ignores the scandal and just maintains their normal channel, seems to overcome the stuff. Whatever you think of him, that's his best chance to weather this. Sure, and, you know, obviously, as his lawyer, okay? As his lawyer, I have to advise Steven. Please stop talking about this in public. Thank you. All right.
Like,
anyway,
they can possibly count the frames of the video.
It's crazy this fat dude bounces on a ball for 7 hours a day and just speculates about Destiny. They're both fat. Both of these guys are like morbidly obese, okay?
As
They have done that
10
before.
images.
Like actual dysgenic speds, okay?
Some cases. Oh no. Like you can count each frame as an image. So like if it's a
You aren't
it's a
fat with that
minute-long
profile
video, that's
picture?
a lot of
No,
frames.
I'm a little fat.
That's
I am a little fat, okay? It's
That doesn't sound
objectively
great.
true.
I've only seen I know of
Oh.
attorneys where they've tapped into their client. I haven't had to deal with that. I've just normally they get caught with a video and they just charge them for a video.
yeah. Oh, there was one more thing here. Oh,
I'm
so
criminal
we
lawyer.
have.
Oh.
I don't know if you're
You're a
too
little
familiar with
fat,
all of the
yeah,
like
sure.
super like the particulars, but there was something leaked that was a set of Twitter messages that we can't verify, and then an email explaining this group chat that can't be like verified, but seems to have had pieces of it verified. And in that email, they do say that they had to remind Destiny to actually censor like genitalia in some of the screen caps he was giving because he was sending because there was some concern that she was under 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's the thing. Like basically, yeah, with that group chat where they were trying to hunt Rose down and figure out who she was, it's like
So I don't know if that.
I hope Destiny wins the court case. Fuck Pixie, dude. Oh,
If that's the case, I feel like that's like I don't know. I hate to say that it seems like it should be open and shut at that point, but it seems like it should be open and shut.
it's not. It's not. I'm sorry. It's just not open and shut, okay? It's so complicated. Like, this stuff, I'm sorry. You just don't understand the intermingling of civil and criminal laws and how complicated. I'm sorry. It's just this absolute fucking clueless yapper, okay? Just cringe.
I mean, yeah, that if you're not doing any like, it's just there's so many ways for Destiny that
We have two people out here from the very bottom, okay, who is like trying to say that Destiny is totally fucked. One is a British twink who hates the fact that he's Jewish, and the other one is a Canadian like fucktard who is clearly dysgenically like fucking obese. All right, yeah, like of course. The thing is that like these are the two people in which everyone originates their fucking narratives from. Oh my god, dude, give me a break.
things he's done and the things he said, that every one of these things he's done, it makes him look bad.
Sorry, I'm trying to get all my roasts out before my landlord screams at me to be quiet, okay?
And it only
Good
makes
luck.
him look worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Oh
Um,
boy, that's
Somebody
crazy.
in chat saying, can you ask him saying his lawyers told him to keep it? No, his lawyer would never tell. No lawyer in the world is going to tell you, hey, keep this stuff that's literally radioactive. Like there's no, you can't. Now
Wow.
here's
I
the
noticed
thing,
you used the same
no,
metaphor I did with the
That's
Chernobyl
crazy.
reactor, the graphite. I was saying
Yeah,
it's like
it's-
radioactive, and you need somebody who can go touch it, right?
No, nobody can touch it. Nobody can touch it. Nobody's allowed to touch it. The only people who can
Government
touch
investigators.
they're the only ones.
Yeah.
His lawyers can't touch it. Nobody else can touch it. I can't tell you as an attorney to delete evidence.
Yeah, and he's not touching it? That's the point! He documented it all! He documented the whole thing in an he archived it. He didn't touch it. He simply saved it somewhere so then he's able to like actually stay innocent. Like what the fuck? This is just such a fucking moronic fucking take. Are we sure this guy passed the bar exam or what? Like
In response to a pending civil matter, I can't tell you to destroy evidence in a potential criminal case where you know or likely know you might be under investigation, and you get charged with tampering, obstructing justice. But I can say,
also, I got new info, okay? Apparently, by the way, just FYI, the reason why Destiny hired the first firm in the first place was to track down Solo, make a packet, and send that to the FBI. Just FYI, in case anyone is wondering whether or not Destiny was trying to pursue justice, okay? Pursue proper justice, he was, okay? So don't go around thinking, oh, wow, it's so great for Willie Mack to report him to the police. This is performative. This is a retard move, okay? Destiny was actually being serious about bringing Solo to justice, okay, by hiring that first law firm to put together a packet, if true, okay? If true, all right? Assuming that he's not lying, okay, to his audience. But, you know, good luck.
You need to figure out what you could do to minimize your criminal liability right now, hint, hint. And that means trying to get rid of stuff.
Which I think that like basically his statements, when you add up his statements on this front, that like clearly his lawyer couldn't have told him that. It seems obvious.
And the reason I assume he went to a law firm first to form a packet is so then the DOJ, okay, or whatever, or it doesn't really matter. Whatever agency he goes to has a higher chance of prosecuting someone in which they have a legal packet put together for them, or something. That's what I'm assuming. All right, that's what I'm assuming. Okay, but yeah, what happened to Brussels search? It probably got shut down because of OPSEC. Okay. Because he doesn't want like fucking kiwi farmers like going around and then fucking searching up every single one of his logs and posting it for content, right?
To me, his lawyer told him to retain the stuff from that conversation without the understanding at all.
Oh yeah, his
that
lawyer
person was potentially below 18, right?
Yeah,
like that
his
seems,
lawyer has no idea.
Yeah, pretty obvious to me. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Ow.
I'm trying to think of any other questions. I think I sent you most of my relevant questions in the DMs, but I'll review those really quickly, just to make sure I've asked most of them on here.
I mean, he does have some advantages. He lives in Miami, so yeah, the Miami-Dade prosecutor might be like, "I got bigger problems to worry about." Had he done it out here in Ohio, where I live.
By the way, it's actually flabbergasting to me that lawyers, like literal fucking YouTube lawyers, are getting information wrong. Like, it's so clear to me that a lot of them are just like hopping onto the bandwagon without thinking about anything. It's crazy. It's actually insane. Like, it's crazy to me that someone like criminal mindset, right? Fuck. Not criminal mindset, legal mindset. Is just a complete fucking he got something wrong within like the first fucking 5 minutes. Like, it's so pathetic.
Ooh, buddy. And even in, downtown Cleveland, they would find a way to string him up for this.
Yeah, I would imagine. I think so long as there's a like sufficient media circus around it, I do believe that they will look at it. But again, it's it'll all depend on like how much more this catches on. I'm surprised this happened the first time. A lot of conservative influencers didn't really start talking about this, and it seems to be happening again where there aren't a lot of conservative, like you'd think Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool fucking hate this guy, right? I would have thought that they'd be like bringing this stuff up. It seems like they totally avoided it.
I think they want a little more confirmation.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's difficult for people to like evaluate the evidence. Like the evidence, if you
has there been any proof of this person's age? No solid proof. No, I don't think so. No, I think that's the only one. Yeah.
Do evaluate it. Seems basically slam dunk. Like you would have to have a crazy conspiracy to fabricate the evidence, like as it's been laid out, right? To show that she's the girl was 17. But I understand how most people aren't going to take the time.
And yeah, by the way, schizo theorizing is not news. Yes, I know. This sounds incredibly crazy. I know. Okay, I get it. Okay. But schizo theorizing is not news, okay? The first Kiwi Farms post that you see from Blav is not news, okay? Yeah.
Time to evaluate that, and it can seem like a sketchy source to some people.
Yeah, and to be fair, if you're Ben Shapiro, he's gonna have to explain who you are, who Queeman is.
He's priming the audience to believe that even if Destiny gets tried and found not guilty, it was only because he lives in Miami. I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, like, again, I cannot stress this enough, okay? What would it take for me to, again, we are wait and seers, okay? That's what we are, okay? We are wait and seers, all right? We are wait and see. We will wait and see, all right? We are the wait and see crowd, okay? They are the concluders, okay? Fuck concluding, okay? We're more mature than that, yeah?
Is who Rose and Blav and Cherry and like that.
But despite not being concluders, again, like there's a lot of misinformation that people are already getting wrong, right? Yeah, it's just not good. The FBI doesn't care about how much the public cares. They only care about if there's some crime shown broken. The made-up shit won't even hit the FBI radar. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. Like, I imagine there must be multiple FBI cases like connected in some way to kiwi farms, right? I wonder how many times like the FBI looked at kiwi farms and just like rolled their eyes and went like, "Oh my god, not this fucking forum again."
That's way too much lore
Probably a
for
lot. Okay.
primetime media.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
And that's just the thing. That's just the thing there. No, and somebody in your chat said, could he just give it to his lawyer on a hard drive? No.
Tourism in Russia, right?
No.
His
nobody's
lawyer
allowed
is
to touch it.
also not even in the state, right? Like Brettler is not somebody who lives in
Yeah, but
Florida.
it doesn't matter if Brettler had an office in Florida. You can't put it on a hard drive and give it to him. No, because now he's accepting child pornography. No, you can't accept it. It doesn't matter that if it's encrypted and there is no way for the attorney to open it up. No, because you still know you're possessing encrypted child pornography. No, you cannot hold on to it.
Okay.
What does holding onto it means? Like, oh god, well, like why the fuck are these people who are not like is this person a criminal lawyer that specializes in the field of like fucking pedophile defense or prosecuting pedophiles? Like am I fucking hold on. Potentially criminal lawyer field. Content creator, lawyer field. By the way, just FYI, there's a reason why typically when you hire a firm, it's multiple lawyers in a team together working together to make the best decisions sometimes, okay? Not just one lawyer, okay, giving a stupid ass take. Hold on. Sometimes it's a whole team, all right? Let's see. Potentially criminal. YouTube. Sean Martin. Okay, this is already public, so, you know, first and last name. Sean Martin, lawyer, specialty. Successfully handle cases concerning product liability, professional liability, and workers' compensation. Wait, what? Oh, this is not the same person, sorry. Wait, there's no way, unless he got, like, so much fatter since then, right? Wait, this attorney is disbarred. Wait, who? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Schizo mode activate. Why is it so hard to find this guy? Give me a moment. Sean Martin, as a defense lawyer, attorney serving Northeast Ohio. Sean P. Martin, Martin Law Office, LLC. LLC. And I believe they defend kiwi farms, right? Yeah, or something. I don't know, something related to kiwi farms. Views. Sorry. Okay, they're successful, but in what? What field? What field? What? What? Hold on. Okay. I found his website. Criminal? Yeah, sure, criminal, but like what specific kind of criminal? Okay, hold on. Protecting you, your family, our outstanding work. Highly recommend. Home. No, he's a criminal lawyer, sure, but I'm no Jody Martin. Oh my God, he transitioned. I'm kidding. I think a lot of lawyers want to do criminal cases just mainly because civil cases are actually harder, I believe, right? Just FYI. Like I'm pretty sure civil cases are actually harder than criminal cases, right? I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see.
Can you tell us anything about
That was
the
dumb.
like
Whatever.
sentencing guidelines
I
in
don't care
Florida? Like
anymore.
what somebody would be looking at for stuff like this? Like in some of
I
the
mean,
scenarios you think have like been kind of proven out to some extent?
well, federally, I mean, you're looking at like possibly like 5 to 15 years each count, 5 to 20 years, depending on what's gone on there.
Wait, and he's already concluding the fucking sentence as well?
Truly, this is the dankest
Dankest
dungeon.
dungeon. Thank you so much. Hey, dude, Anonymous, thank you so much for the one gifted. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. On Kick. Dude, I could...
Truly, this is the
The
dankest
dankest dungeon. Thank you so much, Anonymous.
And if we could confirm that Rose is under the age of 18 and when all this happened, when he said, like, I want to fly you down, and you've been trading dudes with this minor, you're now guilty.
Just FYI, okay? Again, it's just crazy. By the way, no lawyer. I don't know. When was the last time a lawyer ever said like, "Oh yeah, for sure, if this is happening, you're looking at 15 to 20 years." I'm pretty sure I saw like a related law in like fucking some other like fucking state, and the judge said 5 years in prison for some related charge of like, oh, I didn't know that she was a minor at the time or something like that. So it was like 5 years, and the judge literally said I would go lower if I could. Just FYI. All right, that was like the one. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was like the one example that I kind of looked at. Okay, but fuck me, dude. I guess.
Of enticing a minor to come across
Anthony Weiner got 18 months for knowingly sexting a 15-year-old. Sure.
state
I
lines
didn't know
for
about that.
purposes of sexual activity. So, like, R. Kelly level things could start happening to him. There's a
What?
lot of things that could start stacking up fast.
Oh no, look at my lawyer dog. Look at my lawyer dog. Dude,
Oh, that would be crazy with enticing a minor over state
this is literally so unserious. Like, this is unironically so
lines
unserious.
with like
Yeah.
I think it's with intent to sex traffic or something like that, right? Or with
Mhm.
sexual purposes. So with that, does that require knowledge? Do you know at a federal level?
No, age is not a mistake. Of age is not a defense. Like, and at some point, the age play it's a strict liability offense.
Bro said R. Kelly.
And the idea is, if you're fucking around like this, you should know, like,
What? I don't. What am I
you
even
are the
supposed to
adult.
say?
You're
Like,
35 years old. You're a grown
what am I
ass man.
supposed to say?
That's the risk you take when you play around with jailbait. Like, it's a thing, because we don't force the 17-year-old to, we don't let kids get credit cards because they're not smart. So the chick running around fucking around, no, that's on you.
Well, and the issue is, like, it's so hard to prove intent and what people know that, like, you give so much cover to this kind of crime if you give, like, the know it, like, they have to knowingly commit it, right?
And that's what would happen. I don't know. I didn't know. Oops, sorry.
And basically, like, almost anybody could claim that, right? In basically every situation, you get these really long, drawn-out court cases, so it just seems easier to me. That seems to be the entire purpose of strict liability or, like, statutory crimes. It's just like, hey,
Dude, my sympathy for kids just decreased by the day, okay? I'm not gonna lie, all right? Whether it be Palestinian kids or kids involved in this case, like, it's just, I'm sorry, I'm getting to think, listen, all right? I fucking hate these people, okay? I hate everyone who uses kids as a cudgel, and I hate kids in general, okay? Actually, except for that one kid that I high-five, but, that kid's cool, all right? But yeah.
we're not going to bother with this. Don't fuck around with kids that are close. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
Yeah, but for Florida, like a second-degree felony is like a 15-year term, a third degree is like 5, and there's all kinds of things they can do in between, or things they might be able to ratchet up or down on him for. So Destiny needs to. He is not in a good spot, man. Maybe nothing happens, but he's going to have to sit. Statute of limitations that could always be creeping over his shoulder. So that will wear a hole in your head having to think about that.
The other thing would be, I believe that he's cleared like all of the evidence with one thing that works against him as well.
Maybe nothing will happen. Okay,
is I think he's cleared a lot of the evidence.
It's so funny that he's like, yeah, I'm so confident. Oh, 15 years to 20 years. 15 to 20 years, possibly. Oh, in addition to 15 to 20 years, he might be positive, he might be guilty, he might be found guilty of something. No lawyer would ever say this, but maybe nothing will happen. What do you mean? You said all of this is not consistent.
So strange that he said he retained these things, right, to Willie Mac, because like technically if he deleted on the Discord end, I would think you'd be hoping that Discord wouldn't retain copies, and eventually, like, there just wouldn't be any evidence of this actually happening, right? And you could kind of...
Well, Discord retains copies because they have to, and like everything that gets sent. So if they didn't, they would have a lot of problems under the law. That this
sure.
happening. But Discord has they have the obligation to, as soon as they know about it, immediately go tell the police.
Yes, but I don't know if it's even been reported to Discord explicitly as an instance of CSAM. I don't know.
Why the fuck would it be reported to Discord? Destiny was literally trying to get his first law firm together to create a packet to send to the FBI. Bro skipped the middleman. He just went straight for the source.
That he's done that. And so Discord's normal data retention policy is 30 days, right? So I don't know if those Solo or Rose Discord accounts exist, and if they've been deleted for up to 30 days, it's possible some of this stuff was getting cleared out of, like, Discord servers.
Just FYI, Destiny isn't avoiding shit. Okay? Just back then, he was secretly contacting a law firm to go after that person. Alright, just FYI, yeah.
It could theoretically, but remember, Destiny, all these screenshots exist, so somebody has it all.
At the time.
Yeah.
Which is Solo.
I think it's crazy that he felt like Willie Mac was... he thought Willie Mac would have no problem with this, right? That gives you, like, an idea of what he thought about this guy. He thought... I can tell him about all this, and he's not going to have any issues. Which is, I can't think of anybody can you think of somebody you tell that you, like, murdered someone to, and, like, somebody you don't have, like, a close personal friendship
really
with? You just tell them, hey, I murdered this guy, and expect them not to say anything? It's crazy.
What's on your screen right now?
Minecraft jumping? Or what are you talking about?
Well, I'm sorry, I had to pause where Connor was on, but it's like, why do you think he would tell people? Because, like, look what happens. Not just a simple, oh my god, this is fucking awful and disgusting. He had to break down this chart and, like, Microsoft Paint charts with, like, going through stuff. Why not just say, it's really awful. If you did it, you deserve to get put on a wall, and whatever happens to you. But, like, think about all the people in Destiny's orbit and all the people dealing with him that won't just come out and say, oh my god, this is awful.
I'm never listening to a Kiwi farmer on stream again talk about, like, this fucking schizo fucking rambling that makes literally no sense. God, no wonder they never hop on stream. Except for some. But you get what I mean.
And all the things he's gotten away with in the past, so why would you not think you're still okay?
I think that's where a lot of his audience is at, right? Is they've seen him get accused of some really bad things in the past, and they follow that same line of logic. Yeah, that, like, this guy always comes out on top. This guy always skates in the end. Like, why would we abandon ship now? It's
Oh,
hi, still hanging. Yeah, it's just me chilling, with almost 300 people. But other than that, I'm fine.
Like, that's part of it. But yeah, it's just this is how these people operate.
Boy,
that's how long have they
fat
known
lesbian
all this
lawyer
nasty crap has been going on for years and years now, and they're just like, oh, that's just Steven. He's unfucking America.
Dude, that's maybe the worst part of this entire thing, when so many people have used the excuse, like, guys, Trump's in the White House, like, we need to fight against fascism, and Destiny's our best tool. It's like, what are we going to allow? Where do you draw the line? What do you allow from this guy if he's the best tool to fight against fascism? Like, I don't know how you can believe that, right? He is an anchor to your movement at this point. He has been an anchor to your movement for a long time.
Yes,
But all of these
but
people
no,
will say, no,
but
he's so important.
I agree. But as somebody on the right, I just sit here and laugh. I think it's hilarious. Total orbiter death.
Damn.
Oh god, and they speak in the cringe fucking Kiwi Farms lingo too.
Current orbiter, right? I got out of there
Can you get some pro Destiny content after this?
when I
okay?
learned about some of this
No,
stuff.
no,
okay?
I
You
just
gotta-
said like
you gotta,
like you guys and like Chet, a lot of you guys out of there, but like the entire
Ugh.
orbit is just disintegrating, and like I'm here to watch it.
yeah.
Was that stock
I mean,
coffee? Yes.
Man, I try to maintain some level of like distance, or how do I put this?
What?
Like professionalism, but
The sad thing is the entire commentary community is just jumping into the KF tactics and accepting their info as fact. This will only get worse. They will turn on these people at some point. Why the fuck, dude? I don't even mind if you accept the Kiwi Farms info as fact either. If you provide some good justification behind it, right? Because when I see the average Kiwi Farms post, they are like, it is literally the most retarded thing I've ever seen. People are literally posting poems in there. I'm not even joking. Okay, retards are actually like making poems to give to Destiny supporters. What? I'm sorry. I'm asking for information, not slam poetry. Okay, I don't care about your fucking 8th grade like fucking work. Okay, Jesus.
yeah, I can't help but when I watch that Willie
So
Mac video
gay
come out, laugh.
and
okay?
retarded.
What did you think of the call to the cops, by the way? Like, and specifically that we know the logs came out on the 20th, the video gets posted on the 20th or 21st with the call to the cops. I don't understand, like, wouldn't you want to let the cops do some work there, or?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, like they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's not like Destiny's gonna be able to get rid of everything. Like he's not probably smart enough to delete everything, and even if he did, there's enough stuff out there. Like I applaud Willie Mac for doing it. I think it was very.
E Farms is banned in New Zealand. Yeah, that's understandable. It's
like,
not banned here. Got him.
It
So I
got
know
my
exactly what
anxiety
they're
up
talking
listening
about.
to this guy talk to the police, but he did the right thing. Like I can't fault him for that. It's just he probably should have had somebody help him out.
Whoa,
Like
that was a cool attack.
as much as I hate to say it, like you're like, oh, he's telling people get an attorney because they want attorneys to make money. No, that's just you're gonna tell the police, hey, Mr. Policeman, my friend was talking to me about and wanted to share like his CP collection with me, and then the cops will be like, well, wait, why is he?
Oh my
He's your
God.
friend, and like. How much do you see what I mean? Like they might think, well,
Why did
are
he feel
you
comfortable telling you that exactly?
yeah, and that's just where it's like that could easily, what? I doubt Willie Mack could be fine, but in the meantime, the cops come by your house, kick in your door, they take all your devices, and guess what people think when that happens?
The worst, probably.
Yeah, they like the news will come out. Yeah, this gentleman lost all his electronic devices, and then even if you get cleared
In connection with this case in Miami.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at all these videos he's done talking about this guy.
If the police shows up, if a case was even filed in the first place, if the FBI or police is even considering charges, considering everything else that's going on right now, considering how there's actual real CP reigns going on, considering how the actual real predator named Solo is still out there, considering that even if you are charged and you're searched, that you would have to be proven guilty in a court of law. But okay, dude. I'm sure this is like the best of all intentions and totally not politically motivated hatred right here, nor is it like just simply spite-filled politics and spite-filled drama and shit. But
In the past.
That's very cool.
boy.
Awesome stuff.
But I
Okay.
applaud him for doing the right thing. I mean that was. Yeah, that was a hard thing to do, and you could tell, and you could see it on his face when he's talking. But he did the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, me personally,
What did Willie Mack give us proof of Kiwi Farms threat? Lamar, I'm sure the cops took that very seriously. Dude, I wonder, can you just like imagine how many times the cops and the FBI have seen Kiwi Farms at this point? Every single time somebody brings up Kiwi Farms, again, they just roll their eyes. All right, like they're like, dude, they probably just throw out Kiwi Farms like immediately. If I like that wouldn't surprise me if they just simply threw out Kiwi Farms entirely every time.
think he
But, yeah. Just because it's so
I think he-
eye rolly. and a
was
waste of
kind of
time.
making some alliances with Destiny there, thinking some things weren't quite so bad. I have a lot of good tensions with Willie Mack, by the way, just so you know.
Wait, he still believes in this retarded theory that Willie Mack was working with Destiny? Dude, what? You know, if you didn't mention it, people would have forgotten about it. But now that you've mentioned it, you just confirmed that you're a fucking retard. But
I
okay.
understand. I
disclosure.
understand that.
So
and
good
I
job,
and I know,
guess.
and yeah, there's a who is grifting what, how are they doing it, and I get that, but at the end of the day, man, he found his Destiny took him to the Rubicon, and he's like, yeah, I don't want to cross this river.
I'm not good. I'm not good with this. I do believe there are a couple of states where you're legally mandated to report it as well, right?
Just sounds so gross and disgusting.
Not as a any mandatory reporting is generally for like teachers or certain professions. The idea as a general citizen, you have to report a crime. We don't do that because that's
Listen, there is absolutely no way I would be engaging for this drama if not for the amount of money that I'm earning right now, okay? Alright, I'm not gonna lie, okay? Just FYI, alright? Because people are talking about how stressful this drama is, and I am totally with you, okay? This drama is stressful as fuck, okay? Especially when it comes to CP, especially when it comes to everything else, okay? Yeah, of course it's stressful, yeah. But like again, if I wasn't earning a truckload of cash from this, okay, I wouldn't be doing this, okay? I would be not touching grass probably. I would be gaming and like fucking ADHD stimming, okay? But I'm here right now because I got money to earn, okay? As well as someone to defend right here, okay? So, which I believe is wronged in some degree at the very least.
it's not your job.
Well, I thought so, but I thought there was a
Oh, I mean, I'm totally betraying Destiny. I am gonna betray Destiny. I will betray Destiny. The betrayal of Destiny shall arrive.
law.
It shall
I can
happen.
talk to you about it after because I would have to put a location out there for him, and I don't want to do that. That wouldn't be appropriate on my stream. So, but I thought there was a law, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm
Hey, show your appreciation by donating. Okay, thank you.
misinterpreting.
That's why I'm doing.
Yeah, I'd heard 4 states do. They
Yeah,
have
I mean,
a law that explicitly makes it like a requirement to report specifically instances of child sexual abuse, right?
Like I said, I
sexual
could,
abuse.
without seeing that state's law at the top of my head, I mean, they may pass that, but I would argue that's still
Might
unconstitutional.
be unconstitutional. Yeah, sure.
For the average citizen to be forced to undertake activity. Now, like, I'm an attorney, so if I'm a guardian ad litem on a case and I find out the kids are getting abused, I have to report that. Social workers have to report it, doctors and teachers. But to make the average person be involved in those things, I don't support that idea. I hope people would do what they think is right, but I don't want the government to be forcing that. Like, we used to do that back in the day. It was called misprision of a felony if you didn't report things, but I don't think that's the government should not be going after people like that.
What?
I see what you're saying. That like you
Wait,
believe
what?
federally, like that would be not federally in any state, it would be
level
non-constitutional. Yeah.
Yeah, if you see your neighbor sitting there, loading up sacks of sensitized fertilizer, and he's got a map of Times Square up on the wall, and like it's easy to put 2 and 2 together. If you don't report that, I mean, I hope you would, but if you don't, you should not be held responsible for that.
Okay. I thought it was really interesting that it seems.
Oh, so he's like against mandatory reporting, right? Like that. That's the line of thinking that he's going down, right? That's basically what he's saying.
When I looked into it, that his attorney.
For the record, I'm pretty sure you still wouldn't be found guilty, okay? Even if you put 2 and 2 together, right? Just FYI, all right? I'm pretty sure you still wouldn't be found guilty. I've never heard of a case where a neighbor or somebody else suspected that somebody might be planning something but did not report it and then got in trouble for it to the point where they get locked up. I've never heard of anything like that. Unless they were like collaborators or something like that. I don't think that's the case, but whatever.
Actually might not be required to report that. Like, I think they would have advised him.
However, do you know who is a mandatory reporter? People who are designated mandatory reporters have to report stuff like that. Like, for example, anybody who is like, who works in the school faculty system or is a therapist or something like that, right? Yeah.
Obviously, to handle it appropriately.
Well, that violates Rule 1.6 of confidentiality. I only have to report if you're committing a fraud on the court.
A martini, shaken, not stirred. This literally just sounds like they're making excuses for his eventual release from this nothing burger committed unamused face.
Exactly. Yep. I mean, to be fair, I am also the same, but, you know, thank you for the $5. Like, I'm also, I mean, I'm also going I'm also going like, well, just in case he is charged guilty and whatever, right? But notice here that they are making claims that are so much stronger than me, right? Does that make sense? Like they're making claims that are actually legitimately stronger than mine, right? Like they're saying, oh, Destiny is going to get in trouble. He is going to potentially face like 15 years in prison or something like that, right? I'm not making any kind of strong claims like that, okay? I'm a wait and see person and I hate misinformation. That's literally it, okay? But yeah.
But I just have to say, Your Honor, something.
But thanks
not
for the
right.
$5, okay?
Like if you told me tomorrow, hey, I've got, I'm representing domestic violence. You're like, I'm gonna go kill my ex-wife tomorrow. I don't have to tell anybody about that. I can, but I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah, I thought like basically, so the possession is a crime. The possession itself is a crime, and I thought if you had knowledge of an actual crime taking place with regards to like child sexual abuse, that you have to report that. I thought that was a thing, and I looked it up. It seems like, as long as there's like some rule, but it's basically like if he's just if there was like expression of like I'm going to go sexually abuse this child, then they would have to report it in some way. I think there's a line in Florida, in the Florida bar, like I think it's a bar rule that says that. But or it might be the American Bar Association actually. But I don't know.
Remember,
again,
the
if
American
that
Bar
could be-
Association's not binding on anybody.
Yeah. But that would still affect your I assume like character.
Bro, nobody, dude, Giuliani got away with so much shit before he was disbarred, dude. He legitimately got away with so much shit, dude. Oh my god. Whatever. I mean, that's another topic for another time, but it's just like, yeah.
During fitness reviews and stuff for different bar associations, right?
Well, I mean, I'm just seeing here what Florida's, because it's Rule 1.6 is confidentiality. And like I said, the rule is if somebody's going to do something, I legally am allowed to go notify and raise the alarm, and I won't be held responsible for that. So normally, if you violate confidentiality, that's one of the death penalty things, because it kind of hurts you as a lawyer, because if you're willing to snitch out your client, that looks really bad for the brand.
Okay, I see the difference here. I was thinking mandatory reporting, but it seems like most of these laws would be geared towards if you feel bound by your conscience to report something. Here are the cases where we won't hold you responsible for breaking confidentiality. It's more from that angle, right?
Yeah. I don't have to, but I can if I want to.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't think I don't know if Andrew Brettler would feel bound by conscience on anything that these people could bring him. It seems like he's chosen a clientele where he's just decided these are his guys.
Just FYI, okay? I have the highest respect for criminal lawyers, for criminal defense attorneys who defend the most heinous of crimes. I have nothing but the utmost respect. Do you know why? Because they're unappreciated for what they do. In the prison system, where like a good chunk of the population awaiting on death row are entirely innocent, where people hunt these lawyers like in real life, right? I have nothing but the highest regard. I'm sorry. Okay, that's just the case.
Timmy gets to charge a top dollar for that, right?
That's just me,
Yeah.
though.
I mean, well, part of being an attorney is your willingness to be
like again, it's like they are just. I believe that if you're even if you're looking like the most guilty motherfucker ever, okay, and you have like 50 victims or something like that, I still believe that you're entitled to the best fucking lawyer because why? Because you need to have the best representation. It is a moral right, not a legal right, a moral right, in my opinion, for you to have the best argument on your side, the best steelman, the best devil's advocate on your side, okay? You deserve that. Yeah.
Be discreet. And if you're an attorney who's going to run a gossip column, you're not going to have a lot of business.
Yeah. No, it's totally fair.
So it's not even just Brettler, it's me. I have clients who I know that they told me they're going to do all kinds of stuff. I'm pretty sure they've done all kinds of stuff. I know for a fact they've done all kinds of stuff. It's like, No, it's the police's job to catch him, not mine.
All right. I feel like probably the kid stuff is like the one place where I'd say I think you would be compelled, but yeah, I get the moral principle.
I mean, at that point, if I know they're doing something, I would probably figure out a way to disengage from that representation. I mean, if a direct harm was going to happen, like for example, like I'm going to go shoot up a school tomorrow, I would probably go tell the police. I'm
Pause.
willing to take that hit at some point. If I know for a fact, like undoubtedly, like actual children are being injured at that point, yeah, I'd be getting involved, but I don't have to is the big thing.
Yeah. Like you said, I misunderstood maybe and thought it was mandatory reporting, or like you, but you're saying it's just you can. These are the things that let you pierce confidentiality on the
I
lawyer's
don't
side.
think it's mandatory
Yeah.
reporting either.
Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Oh man.
It's also probably plausible deniability.
I got you here.
As well, right? Yeah.
I've had other questions about the law, and I'm trying to figure out which ones. What's your opinion on Pixie's case? If you looked into the recent motion they filed about Destiny reading that
All right, what is he gonna say?
transcript verbatim on a stream?
Yeah,
Say.
that
Here we go.
you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to shut up. I will say, based
I don't know what they're talking
on the
about.
way some of the like initially Pixie had a pretty solid case on its face. Destiny's attorney have done a good job at going after whether the time frame of what Pixie sent to Destiny and when Destiny sent that out, that it might not be covered. But then there's this Abby MC girl. I mean, they might have to dismiss and refile because
They might not get their complaint amended.
Yeah, and honestly, I will say this much: the way Pixie's attorneys have handled this procedurally, I've not been impressed with. Like when they've been worried about just how they've been going about complaining and whining that Destiny has deleted or will be deleting things, like they haven't filed for this.
Oh no, not even a Destiny hater can sweep, dude. Not even Destiny hater can sweep for Pixie's case. Oh no. It's over. It's over. Dude.
Discovery. They haven't done.
It's over. Dude.
Like they haven't done a lot. That
it's so over.
It,
not even dude. Not even the Kiwi Farms lawyer can sweep. It's over. It's cooked.
It's kind of like
cooked.
the basic stuff.
It's totally cooked.
I don't know what their game plan is, but I think that they just got a bunch of wind in their sails with this stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, it gives them something to. I've heard some attorneys. Okay, I have a couple attorneys who sit in my Discord and basically contribute.
Attorneys that lurk in the Jstlk community. I'm sure they are the best attorneys ever. You know.
In terms of arguing about this stuff back and forth, and I've heard that this could actually, probably in and of itself, almost be reason to either grant the protective order or go ahead and keep the transcript sealed.
Discord
so Destiny's been
lawyers,
betting on this transcript getting unsealed so that he can go and do content on it and make it seem like Pixie's a massive liar to everybody, right? And I've heard that this is probably going to be a significant piece if the judge does decide to keep it sealed. This will probably be the biggest reason why, is like, I think this guy's actually going to go be malicious with it.
I mean, if you really want to go there, I mean, it's not like you're not the only community that has lawyers, right? You're not the only community that has lawyers, like, making comments about this. Just FYI, all right? Not everyone agrees with you. Not all lawyers agree with one another either, right? Just FYI, okay? But
100%. Yeah, he's like, I'll show you harassing behavior, and it's like, jeez, man, like this is he completely shot himself in the foot doing that. All he had to do was just let it just hang tight.
When you
if Foodshops be subpoenaed, it would make for good content.
Oh, go. Sorry, finish.
He couldn't just leave well enough alone for a little while, and yeah, I don't know why he did it.
That seems to be the last like 10 different mistakes he's made regarding this like the Rose leaks, right? The leaks from November 20. It's just, I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know why he's doing that. I can't track like a rational motive through a lot of these decisions, and it's been like it almost, it's like somebody making all the wrong moves in chess, and it's like, I know this isn't good for you.
Which lawyer thinks Destiny is in the right? All the quiet ones.
But now I'm just confused. I think like there's something, for a second you get like a little bit like, is there some other plan? But I don't think there is. I think the guy's
I'm half memeing. Okay?
just spiraling.
I think so. I think so at this point. I mean, he's, it's. I think he thought he might get a lot more cover than he did on this, but I think he
Convenient.
misread
I'm memeing. I'm memeing. Okay, I'm memeing.
the
All right.
room on this ultimately.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think he misread the room. I think he was getting. The other thing is, I think he gets like he's got a pretty cult-like following, right? And I think he gets them on board and doesn't realize that like a lot of the
The most the most self-criticizing cult-like following ever, but sure.
other people
Why not?
aren't necessarily on board with the way he talks about this or approaches it. Like to regular people, it just wouldn't look the same. So he can get like his whole group's on board with him like reading that transcript, and they all think that's awesome. And then it gets like put into a pleading, and it's like, oh yeah, you're probably fucked here.
No, I agree. I agree.
With regards to do you if you're the lawyer on this, are you happy that this guy is just like padding out your billing, or are you like kind of losing your mind that he's like a completely unmanageable client?
I mean, as long as the checks are clearing, I'm not really too worried at the end of the day. I mean, this is if this turns into a disaster, this isn't going to hurt him because he deals with the big dogs. This is just kind of like something he can use to say later, look, I deal with streamers.
Yeah, sure. And I think yeah, it doesn't hurt Brettler. I was just thinking
Jstlk always talking like he got brown gravy in his throat. Now that's a new one I haven't heard. That was pretty good.
like it might be a headache that like you could do a lot in this case. You could probably make this case like kind of go away for him, or you feel like that, and then this
they're
guy's
already
kind
coping.
of he's fucking up because I think. Sorry, I need to include something first. I think when you hire Brettler, I don't think you hire Brettler for the best lawyer, although he is a very good lawyer. I think you hire Brettler for the PR approach, right? Where he understands that you got to mix PR with the actual case. That like a lot of lawyers would just tell you shut the fuck up the whole time, and I think he understands. I'm gonna actually manage your PR and tell you how to speak and like actually go after these.
Wait, how do you know this? Wait, what? Where is he taking this from? When you hire Brettler, you're hiring for the PR. How do you know that? Where are you pulling that from? Source? Hello? Wait, am I dreaming here?
People publicly without
Huh?
getting in trouble. I think that's why you hire Brettler. I don't know if you have any different thoughts on that.
Well, Brettler has that experience of like being able to navigate. Like he dealt with like Harvey Weinstein, and like that's about as bad as it gets. So yes, he's got a lot of experience dealing with that.
Yeah, and so like downstream of that, I think Brettler might get concerned that like Destiny's doing so much to
Whoever's
fuck up
in
the
celebrity?
PR side of it,
Sure.
which is I think something he markets to people that like, hey, even if you kind of
Isn't Brettler bad PR? I think in the lawyer world, the more heinous like the PR of the person you're representing is, the more respected you are. I don't know. Like at least that's my theory at the very least when it comes to lawyer culture, okay? Because I'm pretty sure when it comes because everyone goes like, "Oh, aren't you the lawyer that defended that rapist or whatever?" I'm pretty sure in the lawyer world it's like reversed where it's like, "Oh, you defended this high profile case where even though you've lost or you've won, you still managed to make all of these arguments and like this is so fucking cool. I'm gonna look into the case that you have done actually because we get taught it in class, right? So like again, I think it's a different perspective, right?
end up paying out in court. Here's what happens
300 viewers, everyone liked the stream, true. Thank you.
on the PR side after I represent you, right? Like
Why do they think they can do it but Destiny couldn't if you win? What do you mean?
I help you massage the narrative so that you can keep being like a public figure, and here's how this has worked out. And I think Destiny's done a lot to fuck with that side, and I wonder if that would sort of change how Brettler thinks about running this case.
I mean, it can a little bit, but ultimately, I think for Brettler, he sees it's going to turn into like a, this is probably going to settle at some point. Ultimately, it's just a matter of how far down he could drive, how far they can beat Pixie down on this.
That's a way to say it. It seems like that is the approach. Is like we just want to totally.
It's warfare. This is a battle.
Yeah, it's rough because one of the sides has millions of dollars. The other side is just like kind of putting things together on a shoestring budget.
That's a lot of time how this goes. It's a war of who can withstand the long.
Shoestring budget. I mean, if the pro bono like fucking allegations are true, it's not exactly like it doesn't really matter all that much, I guess.
Longest.
But okay.
And
I'd like to sit here and tell you it's about right or wrong, but that's usually not the case.
no, I mean I understand that.
Yeah, but it's the nature of it.
I guess we will see if I don't know if you've been keeping up on like the drama side of this, right? With regards to like Ethan Klein, Hassan Piker, you entertain any of that stuff, or you mostly keep it to legal stuff?
I mean, well, Hassan has been given manna from heaven at this point. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of taken all the heat off of all the Palestine stuff and all of that. So for now, yeah, Hassan's eating good. You know, keep pushing this. But eventually, Hassan's an idiot. He's gonna fuck this up and, you know, be dealing with, you know, the fact he ball washes every, you know,
Terrorist
he can come across. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen Destiny going after Ethan Klein recently?
Yeah. That's. I mean, Destiny has no other option but attack everybody he can. Because if he does that, he takes all the oxygen out of the room. Because all he's doing is talking about all that. The minute he gives dead air.
Well, it's kind of like Israel, right? Like after October 7th, you have to retaliate, right? You can't just like take an attack like October 7th to the head and not retaliate. You have to retaliate. It's just like that's the way I think about it, right? Yeah.
Or lets
sure.
up. You know, people can.
People start
People
asking
can-
about
what about
that
that? Yeah.
CSAM on his computer again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Keep the conversation somewhere else. I do think of it as a
Earl
lot
says
like Trump, right?
Yeah, well, somebody says I'm a Hassan hater, boo. It's like Hassan can go out of the helicopter.
We've Jesus. We love Pinochet references, okay? We love those. That's awesome.
What?
I'm just saying, especially Hassan. You're gonna tell me like, you know, Hassan is an evil person.
We've got like a 50-50 split here of people who like Hassan and then people who hate Hassan. The community was a lot of people who hate Hassan, but then it's like kind of taken to, you know, we covered a lot of Destiny's legal cases and stuff, and a lot of people who hate Destiny don't hate Hassan. So the community's kind of transitioned over time.
Yeah. You think so, Mr. Now I am pro Hassan person, but okay. Yep.
But you're welcome here.
Just FYI, okay, I saw a clip of Jstlk trying to get the Hassan raid on Twitch, okay? Just FYI, I've seen it with my own bare eyes, okay? It's just FYI, all right?
Here with your hating of Hassan,
Well,
okay?
yes,
We've got
Hassan is rich and hot. I don't agree he's successful, but yes, he's a good-looking
Pause.
man.
You don't agree he's successful? What?
He's successful because of his uncle.
I think he
So this is the person that you are, you know, getting legal commentary on? Getting legal commentary from? This person? Who said that Hassan isn't successful? I think this guy is suffering from delusions. Somebody take him to the infirmary, okay? He might be having a heart attack.
he's successful because of extraneous factors. I think he's successful on his own too. But I
Wow.
also think that success is not like mainstream political success. It's like
Epic.
being a mascot, kind of. I would agree on that much for sure.
I think that's fair. Yeah, like he is doing well. He owns his house in West Hollywood and all of that, but being any more than a jester is like let's be real. That's what we are. That's what we're doing here on the internet.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm basically
I'm
one
not
step
gonna-
above
I'm
a
not gonna talk
panhandler on the
about
corner,
Browns.
okay? And I don't pretend
Yeah.
otherwise. Guys, sub, donate, okay? This isn't a free show.
Oh god, guys, we have to surpass Jstlk, okay? This guy has gone too far, okay? This guy, every single time he starts begging like that, all I can think of is how I don't beg like that, okay? Like, even as I grow bigger and bigger, like I still don't beg like this. It's so cringe.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
you
trying
know
to make a
what,
living
whatever.
here. Oh, we just got a sub. Let's go.
Gotta make
Thank
the goal.
you. Yes, that's every day. We're here every day, making the goals, okay?
Gross. What a disgusting, despicable human being.
Well, and that's right. I'll agree. Hassan is successful at that, but Hassan actually
You're still on
thinks he's
YouTube,
leading
true.
the vanguard. Like that's
Yeah.
the difference. Like, he doesn't. He thinks he's actually all about this, and it's like no.
I don't know what he thinks necessarily, because
Dude, do you see how Jstlk is now doing his wishy-washy, should I condemn Hassan kind of thing now, like he did with Destiny back then? When he was still sucking Destiny's dick and sweeping for Destiny, like he was the same exact way that he is now for Hassan, okay? Like it literally is a part of his personality to always be small dog, right? Like he has bitch written into his genes, okay? If he ever has sex and has kids, okay, God forbid, by the way, okay, oh my God, God forbid, all right, he has any kids, okay, they will have bitch written into their genes, okay, this is dysgenic, it's dysgenic shit, okay.
like I have a hard time deciding whether or not he thinks he's leading the vanguard or whether he's quite aware that he is like kind of grifting and presenting himself that way. I kind of go back and forth on those two things. How aware he is of like what he does necessarily or what his effect is.
Like he is literally born to lick the bottom of boots, okay? He is born to lick the bottom of boots. Like this is literally what Jstlk is, okay? But yeah. Cope and Seed is reacting to you and want to debate you. Of course they want to debate me after I get more viewers. Denied, okay? Tell Beckett to hurry up and collect that check ASAP from Brianna Wu, okay? But yeah.
I can see
Anyway,
that, but
I asked about all of that just for the sort of to point that towards I wouldn't be shocked if one of those guys start getting into funding Pixie's lawsuit.
Why don't you debate Beckett? No. Bye.
Right, since that's somewhere they can put money to fuck with Destiny. I think Ethan Klein does that a lot.
I'm in my Fortress arc, okay? Number one, not only am I not good at debating, okay? Number two, okay? I'm just bean chilling, okay? All right?
Ethan Klein's got a lot of money, and he's usually very happy to fuck with people, spend money to fuck with people who are his enemies.
yeah, but he's got his hands full right now, burning down Frogan and
Do you know, part of handling all of this shit is knowing that you cannot play their game, okay? That is like 100% like what you should do, okay? You should not play their game, okay? That is probably the most important part, just FYI, all right? Yeah.
Denims and Casey Tron. Like he is hunting for scalps and he is collecting intelligence information in this lawsuit. That's all this is. It's a mole hunt. And he is going to go after everybody he can. I think he thinks at some point he will find information that leads him to Hassan out of this. Because that's what this lawsuit's about. It's about making them suffer, and it's about finding out who's been screwing with him.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That it's not really about copyright at all. He just wants to hurt the people who've been messing.
Wait, but Pixie isn't? But Pixie isn't? I mean, at least Ethan, like, fuck, probably shouldn't be, like, defending Ethan on this, like, either, just mainly because of his recent actions. But fuck it, I'll defend him. Like, sure, but Ethan, like, I don't think Ethan would deny it, right? Like, I don't think Ethan would say, yeah, I am doing this because I want revenge for going after my kids, right? I don't think Ethan would deny that, right? He wouldn't. He just wouldn't deny it. But do you know who would, like, who still hasn't said the real reason behind the Destiny lawsuit? Pixie, right? Even though we suspect this shit, right? On such a public lawsuit, it seems like, it feels as though they're not even answering to the allegations of we're not even trying to win or not win or whatever. Yeah, it's just so cringe. But yeah.
With him.
Yeah, but he's in a very unique position that they were dumb enough to actually break the law.
Yeah, that, and do you think there's any...
Pixie did say she wants to hurt him financially. Yeah, I mean, she gets to hurt him financially, but now she wouldn't be able to get free law school. So, you know, there's like two. Is it true you consume lolly hentai? What, did Beckett pay you to do this? Go away. Fuck off. All right? You must have such a sad and pathetic life to come in here, okay, on behalf of Beckett. Okay, I bet. All right? Or Kiwi Farms, you know. Either way, you're a loser.
Anything to the argument, I don't know if you've covered those cases very much. Do you think there's anything to the argument that by reacting back and forth and consistently letting them react back and forth and then doing the preemptive registering of the content, do you think there's any argument to the fact that he created the environment? He basically...
Pixie made 50K. Yeah, I wonder if anyone will ever ask Pixie for that 50K. It's crazy to me how that money just simply disappeared. Who is Beckett? Yeah, Destiny anti-fan around that space, Queenman Orbiter-ish, but not really Queenman Orbiter-ish. I think he's more ingrained with the commentary space than the Queenman crowd, to be fair. Like I think Beckett is part of the commentary community space now, technically speaking. But yeah.
Sort of implicitly granted them a license.
I mean,
Oh yeah, there's another reason I don't want Beckett. Like, I just thought of another reason. Okay, I just thought of another reason. Beckett, when he was on Now Recording,
Truly, this is the dankest,
dankest
dungeon.
Thank you so much for the one gifted. I appreciate that. Thank you, Anon. But one of the biggest reasons I would say is the disgusting, absolutely abhorrent, okay, playing of my. So back then I had an OnlyFans, right? I would have like, yes, I would have nudes open on Twitter, okay? But the thing is that they took videos that I had and played them on stream. Beckett. Like, porn audio. Yeah. Of me. On stream. With Now Recording. Yeah, I have your comment. The reason I don't like bringing this up is because like I don't want them to give I don't want to give them the credit and to like enable their disgusting behavior. Like again these people like what they do is that they seek attention, right? But yeah, what happened? So back in the day, I had an NSFW Twitter account that is now shut down. Okay, where I would just like post nudes and I would post like fucking stuff because it was to promo my OnlyFans. Okay, at the time that I had at the time. But what they did was that they took videos from that and they played it on stream. They played it on stream. So it's like, yeah, like why the fuck would I entertain like these actual like fucking scumbag like cum socks that now want a civilized debate or civil conversation or something? You don't deserve any civil conversation, okay?
they're gonna
Yeah.
make that argument, but at some point, he.
By the way, in case you think I'm lying, go ask Chud, okay? Chud will not deny it. I told Chud about it when it happened back then, and he said you shouldn't be giving them attention if they did do that because it's fucked up. But yeah, just FYI. All right.
Preemptively going out and registering it, like that's how normally you should be doing that as a like professional creator of content. You should be registering things as you create them. Like that's how the big boys do it. So I don't like I think they could try to argue that, and I think there's even comments from Ethan before where he's like, well, yeah, comment on all this stuff, and he's like, say whatever you gotta say, blah blah. Like maybe
Don't clip
but
it out
at
of
the-
context. Like,
Yeah, but
comment on the whole
what
thing
these
kind of
guys are
thing.
doing clearly, where they state this is
Chud disavows. I mean, like obviously in my heart of hearts, I wish Chud did more to like demean them in public or something, right? But it's as much as he can do. He picks his own battles, you know. It's not like I can like. It was like way back then as well. Like fuck, like it was during my crash out era that they did that. So like I had a lot of time to like go like, okay, well it's fucked, but you know I have to move on from it. So you know
what
whatever.
we're doing, and then they disappear off screen, and it's all about trying to screw with him. That really hurts any of the arguments they have.
Yeah, I think for Frogan and Casey Trons, that's the case. I think Denham's actually did like a what would be by most people.
Just by the way, I just want to say these are the same people who would probably go after tomfoolery for doing public sexual harassment. Okay, so it's very funny that the same people who would go after tomfoolery and like cover tomtent are the same exact people who would also do the same shit. So, you know, pretty ironic, don't you think?
People
Yeah.
consider
Very
considered a
cool.
transformative react. Now, is it really? I don't think so. Like, I don't think if she was doing that to the Lord of the
Also, Beckett has no principles, okay? Trying to criticize Brianna Wu the entire fucking time, while at the same time, like, while he's like criticizing Brianna Wu and siding with all the people that criticize Brianna Wu, he has his channel partner named Jenny Matrix, okay, who is getting checks of thousands of dollars from Brianna Wu in order to like create hit pieces and to gather information on President Sunday, okay? Yeah, I'm not afraid of naming these people because all these people are horrendous grifters. Okay, that's what they are. Horrendous grifters with no principles. So yeah, no, of course. They can all go to hell.
Ring, she'd get a pass, right? But
Well, that's the thing. Like she let it run, and then she talked about it afterwards. Like
she paused quite considerably, actually. I believe it's I forget if it's a 2.5 hour video.
Brianna who asked info to Sunday. Yeah, she was basically paying Jenny Matrix to dox President Sunday. Yes. That's essentially what was going on. Yes. And Jenny Matrix is the channel co-owner of Cope and Seeth, which is also owned by Beckett.
She I believe slightly more than
Absolute pathetic behavior, okay? It's almost as bad as playing my porn live on stream, okay? On now recording, but good luck.
doubled
okay?
the runtime, pausing during. Right,
Yeah,
which isn't a perfect comparison, and she did do the whole thing in full. I think it's almost certainly not fair use, but I would say that a lot of people do run other people's content in full and comment, and that's
Sure.
like sort of colloquially accepted as fair use.
Well, and I mean, I do that. Like, I'll watch a trial and I'll
Yeah, broken sleeves, okay?
comment on it
Yeah.
as it goes. But it's, like, it depends on how you're doing it and what you're doing it about. But for her,
Good try, Snow Wisp. Okay, failed gay op. Good job.
when she's like,
Fine.
you're watching it here so you don't have to watch, like, some of the ways that stuff was put together, and the fact that she willingly let Ethan go out and submit those subpoenas to Reddit, I think she knows that they were all talking together and they established their intent to screw with copyright. I think that's the problem for her at the end of the day.
Yeah, so could Denims be held liable for the Reddit's act?
Is that the dark side of panel shows I've heard about? Yeah. I mean, again, a lot of these commentary community like type people, like all these guys are like pretty, like I would say like centrist, moderate, right-leaning people who browse Kiwi farms all day. That's all they do. Okay, like they're just a bunch of losers, with no principles. So and they put everything under the guise of comedy, even though it's not funny whatsoever. Just try watching any episode. Oh my god, it's like fucking pulling out teeth. Okay,
Actions if she
yeah.
has no direct communication with the subreddit?
I have more sense of humor than the entire fucking commentary like slop tube show combined. Okay, so
It all depends on, like, I think she does, though.
Sure, but it would have to come down to like DMs, like actual explicit, like
Yeah.
they go to Discovery, they search for that, and if they don't find it, then okay.
Yeah, I think that'll hurt a lot. But I mean, once again, Denims, Casey, Tron, and Frogan are not the smartest people
Sorry to
in the
happen
world.
to you. Thank you, Nox. That's like the first nice thing you've ever said to me.
Like, did they properly cover their tracks, or did these mods make comments? Like, I'm assuming Ethan has already obtained a lot of things, and he's holding on to them till it comes time for Discovery.
Oh, you think he's got a good idea that they were, like somebody told him or showed him proof that they were collaborating?
I could easily see these idiots sitting in our Discord somewhere or in some sort of chat room talking about all this.
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah.
And he could also just be shaking the trees and trying to scare everybody too. I mean, that also possible.
Dude, I like how now my chat is getting brigaded by these fucktards. Very nice, okay? Is this the proper way? Is this the proper way to greet someone who has denied a debate? Typically it's like this. Do you want to debate? No. Okay, boom, done, okay? But it's, do you want to debate? No. And then like their entire chat comes in here. It's so cringe, dude. Oh my god. You guys are so fucking, you guys are coping and seething. Okay, that's what's happening. All right, good luck.
I think a lot of this is just like ego. He has the money to go and sue these people. I think a lot of it. I think I could see him doing it just to shake trees.
They were out in full force last night on Tom's channel. Yeah, but I don't know if Tom has like I mean, does Tom know how to like deal with these kinds of people? Fuck me, dude. Yeah, I think it takes a specific terminally online mindset to like deal with these spurgs. But yeah,
ultimately, unfortunately, maybe Denims has some out, but for Casey, Tron, and Frogan, they kind of just fucked with him in a way that, like, it's. I'm sorry. This is another strict liability crime, right? Like, copyright.
Okay. Is there any mods in the chat tonight? If there's no mods, then I'm probably looking to mod another person.
Infringement.
No.
I think it's another strict liability crime. Like it's gonna come down to.
Listen, you want to argue about this? Go onto my server. Okay. Did you know that my general chat is like. My general chat is like fucking filled, okay? Skylight, but yes, more is better. Yeah. Just FYI, okay? It is filled with arguments every day, okay? But yeah. No. I need someone who is actually chill, okay, and is like somewhat resembles a normal person, okay? But yeah. I can Maj. Weren't you roasting me when I was debating? No. What the fuck?
It's not about their intent. It's like it's gonna come down to whether or not you created a market replacement and whether or not you transformed
I'll
it.
think about
And for at least Frogan and Caseytron, I don't see any real argument that they transformed it at all. So I think they're gonna get hit with those statutory penalties from registering with the pre-registering it with the Library of Congress, right? You're familiar with that, right? How the penalties go up for that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how you get your statutories. That's the easiest way to do it.
Which is pretty rough. Isn't it just to deter Hassan orbiters? Sorry, chat message. Isn't it just to deter Hassan orbiters to be anti-Ethan? That's what I assume.
Actually, I draw
Well, that's another effect, right? Is reacting to his content probably seems quite scary for these people now, I would imagine.
I don't think he's necessarily afraid of them, but he wants to like I think he's willing to accept proper commentary. But these people, really tried to snake him, and I'm sure, they were on screen with iDubbbz doing the stupid little crap. Like, he's going after the people. He's going, like I said, he wants to collect scalps, and these are the scalps he wants. So, I mean, like if Hassan had reacted to it, that would have been okay because it was clearly, I think, Ethan would have to say, yeah, I wanted Hassan to react to it. But for these, he just wants to, he thinks he's been wronged. He thinks he's been wronged. He thinks these people snaked him. Did they? I don't really think so. I mean...
Oh my god, I can't... Dude, I don't have it in me to care about this. The specific part about, like, this Hassan shit, but hold on.
But...
I gotta unban someone real quick, okay?
But this is what, he feels that he's been aggrieved, and he's seeking, satisfaction out of this.
Yeah. Yeah. If I could wrap it back to the Destiny stuff, I've got just a couple more questions for you, and then if you, I'm definitely not kicking you up, but if you wanted to, get on with your night, I would understand. I really appreciate you coming on out of nowhere. Like, I just added you on Twitter to ask those questions, and okay, all right. So big question that I've gotten a couple people DM me to ask is, if that group chat exists, and if we take that email that was sent, that the Kiwi Farms user, produced, if we take that as fact and say, okay, there were actual depictions of CSAM put into that conversation, what culpability is there for the people participating in that conversation?
Show 71 more. Fuck me.
It all depends. Like, that's going to be very fact specific, but some of them could be in trouble for receiving it. Depends what, like, did they touch it? Did they look at it? What happened with it?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, like, that's one of the only guaranteed ways of showing you had nothing to do with it is you see that, you're like, wait, she's 17. Yeah. Leave the conversation. Like, there's nothing. It's nothing good for those people. You're probably getting raided if you're in that group chat.
What? Dude. But he's just pulling stuff out. So he's not even sure. He's not even sure of anything. And now he's just going like, yeah, you're probably going to get raided. Like, dude, he's in the ass pulling contest. I would lose. Okay. On God. Okay. In the ass pulling contest, I would lose. All right. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, if they're, yeah, I would think they have to, right? Like
yeah,
ultimately,
or at the very least, they're gonna you got a call from the police saying, "Hey, come on down here. We got some questions for you."
It's rough. You're
probably gonna get raided.
I don't know. I think given that, like, now they all know that that's happened, I got to imagine there's a lot of people who are sweating and thinking, like, if I can get all of these logs taken somewhere right now, that would be best. Like, if I can get to the cops and say, here's all the logs, I had no idea what was going on, or, I was assured this person wasn't under 18, I didn't know what was going on, here's everything. I assume there's people. I'd assume that phone for the cybercrimes division ringing off the hook right now, okay?
And anybody in that group chat better be talking to a lawyer like yesterday.
Oh boy.
Don't worry. I got my lawyer already. Okay. No, joking. Kidding. All right, that's a joke. Okay.
Yeah, that's it's not good.
That you better hope your dog's wearing a
Tucker
bulletproof
Scarf,
vest.
thank you.
Jesus.
Looking for herself.
Send the dog away, okay, for a couple weeks.
That too. That's another way.
Yeah. You're not a fan of cops, I'm guessing.
Well, I'm not a fan of the cops, no, but I mean they do. They shoot dogs. That's what they do.
I've heard this. I've heard people talk about this. Many people are saying this. Man.
You know what Jstlk is doing here, right? He thinks this group chat exists and is trying to scare them into turning on Destiny Lamau. No, that's a good point. I didn't even notice that. Thank you for pointing it out. I didn't come to that realization until you said it. Thank you. No, you're right. I think you're totally right. By the way, I think this group chat actually does exist, for the record. I think so. Yes, I do think so. But like everything else beyond solid proof is pure speculation. Yeah.
And all right, and then the other question was basically, what do you think the road looks like for Pixie financially? I think she's been stuck at $50,000 for a while. Given how many motions have been written, like.
Wait, so you know about like the $50,000? I mean, you're acknowledging that existed at some point. Like, fuck, like. We're not even allowed to even see like 1% of that money go somewhere, like any kind of proof of that at all, like maybe to a specific savings fund where she can use it for the lawsuit, or did she deposit it immediately into her fucking checkings and savings account? We don't know any of that. We just don't know. Yeah. Like, it's just so cringe. It's so cringe that she's just able to get away with this. It's crazy.
What do you think's going on there? I know Destiny keeps saying that people are working pro bono for her. I haven't seen any evidence of that, but also I don't know. Maybe they would decide to after a certain point, like, hey, we feel like this person's a total asshole. Certainly seems like Destiny pissed off one of her lawyers, right?
It's not pro bono. It's they'd be working on contingency at that point, meaning we'll take a cut of whatever you make. But yeah, I can easily see that, but that's not something that would have to get disclosed on the record. So whatever you and your client have worked out, that's nobody else's business.
Yeah, so I would say probably Destiny's saying that. There's no reason to believe that he would have any knowledge of that, right?
Who's the caller? Dude's actually got a brain. Potentially criminal? No, this dude lacks whatever is up there, okay?
Saying that to...
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think it's fair. I'm sure they burned through most...
Wait, hold on. Did Puddles just switch off his Queeman server tag? Did we convert somebody? That's cute.
the money, if not all of it already, easily.
Yeah, so...
Dude, guys, we fucking did it. That's at least one.
Like another year and a half, 2 years to go to trial. Like, it seems probable that she's going to burn through a lot of that money, and they'll have to decide whether or not it's worth working on contingency, right?
If it's not gone by I'd be surprised if there's any left by Halloween.
Okay.
A lawsuit is here's how a lawsuit works. You shove all your money into a pile on a table and you light it on fire. True. Maybe you get all of it back. Plus, maybe you get $1 back, saying, you know what, yeah, that guy was wrong, but you're only getting $1 back. Maybe you get none of it back, and a lot of times people don't get any of it back.
Yeah. Jeez.
So that's what happens. That's what happens.
Truly, this is
in your experience, when lawyers start working on contingencies, the
Yo, anonymous dude, who are you? You must be somebody who's involved, okay? You know what I mean? You must be somebody whoever doesn't listen, don't tell me who you actually are, okay? Listen, don't do it. Don't actually do it, okay? But I suspect you might be Destiny, or maybe one of the lawyers on the case, maybe someone who's just simply a fan and is looking out for him, or somebody else. Any one of these, okay? All right, but there you go. I became a vexatious litigant in California after some ridiculous times. Oh, that is quite a way to put it. But yeah.
Quality of the work, I would imagine, has to go down, right? They're going to spend less time on that case.
No, because I'm hunting for a whale, man. I want to win.
Wait, Jenny Matrix? Oh my god.
Truly, this is the dankest dungeon.
Yo, thank you again for the gifted thing. Maybe it is Dan, who knows? Oh yeah. By the way, do you guys are you guys wondering like where that money is going? You know, when Jenny Matrix receives the money from Brianna Wu, wherever that money should go. You know where that money's going? Jenny Matrix apparently wants that payout from Brianna Wu to Doc's present Sunday for stomach surgery, for stomach reduction surgery, okay? Because I'm pretty sure she couldn't get it covered by insurance. So she wants to get it via, dude, it's just so pathetic. Like these groups, these people are just so fucking pathetic, dude. Get me out. Just get me out. Get me out of this space, okay? But yeah.
Now, like there's an incentive for me to make sure I keep the quality up because I want to
Listen, why would you even go against me? I have too many birdies everywhere. Okay? Just like I don't get it. Okay, when I have like a mountain of dirt on everyone, it just makes no sense.
win. Like Destiny has money, I want a piece of his ass.
Do you think the probability of higher damages for things like emotional distress goes up, given Destiny's, joking about Pixie killing herself on social media, talking about how she's a total gold digging whore in his chat, like with the way he talks about her, does that affect how a judge might, render their judgment?
Give me all your free time. No, I have some
And at the
schizzos
very end of this,
here and there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not necessarily the judge, but a jury. I mean, you're gonna have to go in front of a jury full of normies and explain why, hey, me acting like this wasn't that big a deal. And that's where it's gonna be tough for Destiny.
Yes,
Because it's not gonna be a bunch of DGGers. It's not gonna be, Twitch watchers.
even
It's gonna
internet
be
commentators
regular-
either.
Yeah, it's gonna be regular people from his community, and they are not gonna be thrilled with this.
You would think.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one another thing though with Miami. I'm never sure how that's gonna work. Because it is conservative, right? Sorry, Florida in general is conservative. Miami, bit more retirees, skew older, but also like in terms of Destiny, like if I'm Pixie's lawyers, I want to make sure the jury knows about this guy's comments on the firefighters, comments about kids.
You guys know why I'm genuine? About my takes on Destiny? It's because it's not popular whatsoever right now to defend Destiny. Listen, all right, I can't blame you. If you're an up-and-coming content creator who wants to jump into the space and grift off of, like, attacking Destiny, you can do it right now. You can probably make a successful career and then disavow everything you've done. Say, like, oh, I should have done more research. I should have whatever, right, by the time that all of this is happening. But, like, yeah, I mean, again, right? I mean, again, there is a niche for this. I am, like, there is a niche for defending Destiny, and I am filling that niche. But outside of that, it's like, again, it tarnishes your career by defending somebody who is alleged to have CP on their computer, right? Like, it tarnishes your rep forever, pretty much. But yeah.
Kids, right? Now these allegations, the CSAM allegations, I feel like you got to work all of those things in there to kind of tilt the way the jury looks at this.
They're gonna
right?
try. They're gonna try, but there's gonna be, that's all. That can be all limited through the rules of evidence. That, what's relevant, what makes it more likely or less likely that this actually occurred. Is it relevant to proving the case? So some of these things might get in, but a lot of it probably won't.
I would imagine they'll try to keep as much of it out as possible.
Yeah, well, I just think a lot of it probably wouldn't get in. If I was the judge, I probably wouldn't let a lot of it in. Now, Destiny's history of doing all this shit with nudes and sharing nudes and all that could be used because that shows clearly you shouldn't do that. And he has a history of doing it.
Are you farming sympathy or something? I damn right I am. You think I'm gonna deny it? I think I deserve to farm sympathy. I think I deserve all this shit, okay? I fucking love it, alright? Yeah, I do.
It's not like his first time
Problem?
ever that he did this.
It's not. He actually has a video where he has to explain that.
Hold on. What is this? Is this is this Jenny Matrix's fucking Reddit account? In August of this year, I paid 9,500 euros in surgery fees to have a cosmetic operation performed by a London-based clinic. Oh no. Should I keep reading? Which I have found today has gone into liquidation. The surgery was supposed to happen in August, but was cancelled by the clinic with 24 hours notice due to the surgeon having to take urgent medical leave for 6 weeks. I was able to recover the second set of fees, which I had to pay to the hospital with no issues. The clinic told me that despite the surgeon being on medical leave, they would be able to rearrange my surgery at a later date. Since I didn't want to go through the whole consultation progress and the clinic has become extremely uncommunicative. Okay.
His ex-wife Melina had to chastise him for sending her pornographic tapes with him to
Yeah.
other people without her consent. Like that is
Yeah,
on
and
the
that's
record.
what I mean.
I mean, I don't know if that's actually her, but funny if true, okay?
Yeah. So
Well, and
it's
there's
like it's
also,
on
I
the
think,
record a
with some
couple
of the
times.
and some with the other orbiters, he's had this scandal before, where like he sent my nudes out, and everybody's like, "Ha, it's just Steven."
He had this happen in, I want to say 2012 with someone named, I think it was Blue Tea, where he had sent her nudes to a group chat, and she ended up leaking his dick pics on his Twitter.
Yeah.
And in response to finding out that they were making not so nice comments. He's got a couple different allegations in this like ballpark. None are
And he's
great.
also just overall being a sex pest. It's like, at some point, you know better.
Yeah, and like realistically, just the overall physiognomy, he looks like he owns a panel van. I feel like that's gonna work against him. I don't know how you feel about that, but personally,
Well, I mean, I will say this much: the video of him when he came back from court that day wearing a suit, everybody cleans up pretty good. I mean, to be fair.
Wait, Queeman uses redact.dev? This is the real Queeman account, right? Destiny is betraying his beliefs by spreading misinformation. Queeman. This post was mass deleted and anonymized with redact. What? Okay, alright, I see. Dan getting his paycheck? Very cool.
Fair, though, we all could easily look like we own panel vans, really, when it comes down to it.
I don't even show my face,
it
man.
ODG loss?
I heard you. You talk shit. You talk shit. I heard you on your stream. Somebody linked me a clip. I hate this guy because he doesn't show
Don't
his
get me wrong,
face.
I'm not.
When I face reveal, I'll make sure I send you a message. Okay. I'll send you a message so that we can
I just like
rebuild the bridge.
I guess for me, it's like I show my face, so I'm never really worried about it.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay.